Welcome back to the channel where everyday coins can turn into incredible hidden treasures. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of U.S. quarters to reveal 3 state coins that collectors and treasure hunters are talking about right now. These coins come from the famous 50 state quarters program, created by the United States Mint, a program that completely changed coin collecting by putting unique state designs into everyday pocket change. In this video, we're counting down the top 3 state quarter dollars that you should be checking today, including the historic Georgia State Quarter, 1999, the legendary North Carolina State Quarter, 2001, and the iconic Montana State Quarter, 2007. Some rare versions of these coins have surprised collectors by selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars because of mint errors, special varieties, or exceptional condition. The most exciting part is that many people still find these quarters in circulation, which means a valuable coin could be hiding in your own pocket change right now. So grab your coins, take a closer look, and let's begin the countdown of the top 3 state quarter dollars you should never ignore. So let's get started. First up, the story of the Georgia State Quarter, 1999, begins with one of the most exciting coin programs ever introduced in modern American history. The legendary 50 State Quarters program, created by the United States Mint. When the program launched in 1999, it instantly sparked a nationwide treasure hunt as millions of Americans began checking their everyday pocket change for the newly released state quarters. Among the first coins released was the Georgia Quarter, a design celebrating the rich heritage of the state that officially became the 4th state to join the Union in 1788. The reverse design of this quarter proudly features the outline of the state of Georgia, along with a peach branch symbolizing Georgia's famous nickname as the Peach State. At the top of the coin appears the historic year 1788, reminding collectors of Georgia's early role in the founding of the nation. Beneath the design sits the powerful national motto, E pluribus unum, a Latin phrase meaning, out of many, one, a message that perfectly reflects the unity of the United States. What makes this particular coin especially interesting to collectors is the D Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the historic Denver Mint, one of the primary production facilities responsible for circulating coins across America. In 1999, the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of Georgia quarters for circulation, meaning the coin quickly spread throughout the country and became a familiar sight in cash registers, vending machines, and coin jars in households everywhere. Yet despite the enormous number produced, collectors know that not all coins are created equal. Some examples left the mint with exceptional strike quality, sharp details, and brilliant luster, qualities that make high-grade coins particularly valuable to serious numismatists. In pristine mint state condition, a 1999 Georgia quarter with the D Mint mark can display dazzling surfaces that reflect light beautifully, highlighting the delicate details of the peach leaves and the crisp borders of the state outline. Even more exciting are the rare minting errors that sometimes occur during the coin production process. Occasionally, a coin might be struck slightly off-center, display doubled lettering, show dramatic die cracks, or have clipped edges caused by irregular metal blanks. While such mistakes were never intended by the mint, they have become highly sought-after collectibles, sometimes selling for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and condition. Because the Georgia Quarter was released during the very first year of the State Quarters program, it holds a special place in the hearts of collectors who began building complete sets starting in 1999. The excitement surrounding these coins turned ordinary spare change into a nationwide educational adventure, encouraging people of all ages to learn about the history, geography, and culture of each American state. For many collectors, the Georgia Quarter with the D Mint mark represents the beginning of their numismatic journey, the moment when a simple coin discovered in pocket change suddenly sparked curiosity about mint marks, coin grading, and the fascinating world of rare coin collecting. Today, more than 2 decades after its release, the Georgia State Quarter continues to attract attention from collectors who search through bank rolls and old coin jars, hoping to find high-grade examples or unusual varieties. Professional grading services carefully evaluate the finest specimens, sealing them in protective holders and assigning grades that can dramatically increase their value among collectors. While most Georgia quarters remain worth their standard 25 cents, the thrill of discovering a rare variety or pristine example keeps the excitement alive. Every coin carries a story, and the Georgia quarter tells a story of American unity, state pride, and the rediscovery of coin collecting by millions of people. So the next time you see a quarter with the outline of Georgia and the words E pluribus unum, remember that it represents far more than its face value. It is a small but powerful piece of history that connects the past, the present, and the excitement of collectors who continue searching for hidden treasures in everyday coins. Next up, the story of the Montana State Quarter, 2007, begins with one of the most successful and exciting coin programs ever introduced in American history, the legendary 50 State Quarters program, created by the United States, meant to celebrate the heritage and identity of every state in the nation. When the Montana Quarter was released in 2007, collectors and everyday Americans were immediately drawn to its bold and unforgettable design. The reverse of the coin proudly features the powerful image of a majestic American bison standing firmly on the open plains, a symbol deeply connected to the history and natural beauty of Montana. Above the bison appears the outline of the state, reminding viewers of Montana's vast landscapes and frontier spirit, while the phrase "Big Sky Country" stretches across the design, Montana's famous nickname that perfectly captures the state's endless horizons and breathtaking scenery. Beneath the image sits the year 1889, marking the year Montana officially became the 41st state to join the Union. Along the bottom edge of the coin is the timeless national motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, a phrase that reflects the unity of the United States despite its diverse states and cultures. What makes this particular coin especially interesting to collectors is the D Mint mark, showing that it was produced at the historic Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities responsible for striking hundreds of millions of coins for circulation across the country. When these quarters first entered circulation, they quickly spread through banks, stores, and cash registers, reaching millions of Americans who suddenly found themselves examining their change more carefully than ever before. For many people, the State Quarters program transformed ordinary pocket change into a nationwide treasure hunt. Children collected the coins in special albums. Families searched through jars of spare change, hoping to complete their state collections, and serious numismatists began examining every coin for high-grade examples or rare minting errors. Although millions of Montana quarters were produced, collectors know that only a small percentage survive in pristine mint state condition. Coins with sharp details, brilliant luster, and minimal contact marks can command significantly higher values among collectors, especially when professionally graded and preserved in protective holders. Even more exciting are the rare mint errors that sometimes occur during the coin striking process. Occasionally, a Montana quarter might display dramatic doubling in the lettering, a die crack running across the design, an off-center strike, or a clipped planchet where the metal blank was imperfect before striking. While such mistakes were never intended by the mint, they have become fascinating collectibles that can sometimes sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. The powerful bison design on the Montana quarter also makes it one of the most visually striking coins of the State Quarter series, reminding collectors of the American frontier, the wildlife that once roamed the Great Plains in massive herds, and the rugged independence associated with the state itself. For many collectors, finding this coin in circulation brings a sense of excitement because it represents more than just 25 cents. It represents history, art, and the enduring story of a nation told through its coinage. Today, years after its release, collectors still search through bank rolls and pocket change, hoping to discover a flawless example of the Montana quarter with the Denver Mint mark. Some of the finest known examples have been certified by professional grading companies and preserved for future generations, ensuring that the beauty and historical significance of this coin will not be lost over time. While most Montana quarters remain worth their face value, the thrill of possibly discovering a rare variety or a perfectly preserved specimen keeps the excitement alive in the world of coin collecting. Every coin has a story, and the Montana quarter tells a story of wide-open landscapes, frontier heritage, and the spirit of a state known as Big Sky Country. So the next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding a small piece of American history, a coin that celebrates the wild beauty of Montana and reminds us that even the smallest objects can carry powerful stories waiting to be discovered. Next up, the story of the North Carolina State Quarter, 2001, begins with one of the most fascinating moments in American history, an achievement that forever changed the world of transportation and human possibility. This remarkable coin was released in 2001 as part of the historic 50 State Quarters program, a groundbreaking initiative created by the United States meant to celebrate each state's unique heritage, culture, and historical contributions. When the North Carolina Quarter entered circulation, collectors were immediately captivated by the powerful image on its reverse side. The design honors the legendary moment of the Wright brothers' first powered flight, when aviation pioneers Orville Wright and Wilbur Wright successfully flew the first powered airplane at the windswept dunes of Kitty Hawk in 1903. The coin beautifully captures the scene with a detailed depiction of the famous Wright flyer soaring through the air, while the inscription, First Flight, proudly appears beneath it, reminding viewers of the moment humanity first left the ground under powered flight. Above the design appears the year 1789, marking the year North Carolina became the 12th state to ratify the Constitution and join the United States. At the bottom of the coin rests the historic Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning out of many one, a phrase symbolizing the unity and shared identity of the nation. What makes this particular coin especially interesting for collectors is the D Mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the historic Denver Mint, one of the primary production facilities responsible for minting millions of circulating coins for the American economy. When these quarters were first released into circulation in 2001, they quickly spread across the country through banks, stores, and everyday transactions, sparking excitement among collectors and ordinary citizens alike. The State Quarters program turned spare change into a nationwide treasure hunt, inspiring millions of people to search their pockets, coin jars, and bankrolls in hopes of completing full collections of all 50 states. Families introduced children to coin collecting for the first time. Classrooms used the quarters to teach American geography and history, and serious numismatists examined each coin carefully in search of high-grade examples and rare minting errors. Although hundreds of millions of North Carolina quarters were struck, only a small percentage remain in pristine mint state condition, with sharp design details and brilliant original luster. Coins preserved in such exceptional condition often become highly desirable to collectors, especially when they are professionally graded and sealed in protective holders by certification services. Even more exciting are the rare mint errors that sometimes occur during the coin production process. Occasionally, a coin may display doubled lettering, off-center strikes, dramatic die cracks, or clipped planchets where the metal blank was imperfect before striking. While these minting mistakes were never intended, they have become fascinating collectibles that can dramatically increase the value of an otherwise ordinary quarter. Some error coins have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on their rarity and condition. The North Carolina Quarter also stands out as one of the most historically meaningful designs in the entire State Quarter series because it commemorates the birth of powered flight, an achievement that eventually led to modern aviation, global travel, and the exploration of the skies. Every time collectors look at the image of the Wright flyer on the coin, they are reminded of the courage, innovation, and determination that allowed the Wright brothers to accomplish what many people once believed was impossible. Today, more than 2 decades after its release, the North Carolina State Quarter continues to capture the imagination of collectors who search through pocket change, hoping to discover a perfectly preserved example or a rare mint variety. Some of the finest known specimens have been certified by professional grading companies and carefully preserved for future generations, ensuring that this small but meaningful piece of history will remain part of America's numismatic heritage. While most North Carolina quarters remain worth their face value of 25 cents, the excitement of coin collecting lies in the possibility that an overlooked treasure might still be hiding in circulation. Every coin carries a story, and this quarter tells the story of innovation, exploration, and the moment humanity first took flight. So the next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a moment to look closely. You might just be holding a coin that celebrates one of the greatest achievements in human history, a small piece of metal that honors the day mankind first rose into the sky.